Well, welcome again. We're moving into another month, and they've asked me to talk about the Sabbath. How can I not talk about the Sabbath? I have loved preaching about the Sabbath all over the world, and I'm always happy when it's the night to talk about the Sabbath. I'm an Adventist preacher. This is Spotlight. You know the verse where it says, where David says in the Psalms, better to have one day with God in the courts of God than to have 1,000 days down here. Better to be a nothing in heaven, a person who greets people at the door, than to be a big man down here in our world, but to have one day to be with God. How many people don't want that? They just want to reduce it down to go to Mass for half an hour or no Sabbath at all. Every days are alike, just a weekend for you. But what about a day for God? You think about the old movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. And he goes into this little town where in Pennsylvania, I think, somewhere, Puxtatawny or something. He goes through the day, and then he wakes up in the hotel in the morning, and it's the same day all over again. And it has some interesting, because you have every day, you can do it over again. You can learn to play the piano and speak French and whatever else and solve many people's problems. So it's an interesting study. But what if the day was Sabbath? If every day was the Sabbath? There's no Saturday night. There's no Sundays. There is none of that. It's just God Sabbath days over and over again. Would you be happy? Would that be a gift from God? Or would you say, oh, can we just keep the calendar moving here? I thought of Sabbaths that I have had, hundreds, thousands. I used to pastor in Southern Oregon, and as soon as church was out, someone would say, hey, you want to go to the beach? We were probably an hour and 15 minutes away from the beach. And we would all go over there, and we would drive right down onto the beach in those days. We would have our 3 or 4 cars, and we'd have a driftwood fire in our lawn chairs, and there's the ocean, and we would discuss God and theology and ask questions, and it was magical time. Sometimes we'd stay until Sunday, the Sabbath. I have been in Palawan, Philippines, where we have taken shepherd's purse shoeboxes full of stuff for kids and gone in a jeepney, what they call the jeepney, down through rivers and fording and up a mountain. And then we had kids lined up in all the village, and we gave them a gift on the Sabbath. The first day we ran out, so we had to go to the mall and buy more stuff. All my kids got involved, all my youth group, and then they all wanted to go the next Sabbath. We could give these gifts Sabbath. I've had hundreds of those kinds of Sabbaths, baptizing people. I've been in groups where we just got involved in discussion, and the time flew by, and I said, this is what Sabbath is supposed to be like. It's good. Have worship services that are just so exquisite, filled with worship and music, and you'll just say, this is so good. When the pandemic started, Hilda and I would be home. There's no place to go, nobody we could be with. Can't have anybody over. We couldn't go anywhere. We would walk, and other people were walking because we're outdoors, and then we cut felts at home. And we began to listen to certain of our favorite songs, and I made a Sabbath afternoon playlist. It was glorious. It was glorious. We're doing something good. We're cutting these felts, and we're together, and we're listening to this music. Sabbath. And God says, take this other stuff out of the way so that you can have these magnificent days. We have been on Secret Beach in Hawaii. Now, it's not so secret. Other people know, but we know where it is. And you go down through the trail, and here we are in our little lagoon, and there's just maybe 5 other people often. And we lay out our towels, and we're in Sabbath afternoon heaven with people that we just love. Sabbath. Some people don't want any more of it. They want as little of it as possible or to get rid of it completely. Other people change the day. But we're part of a group of people that want to honor the Sabbath, 24-hour Sabbath. on the original Sabbath that God himself set aside. So I just want to encourage you to listen to all of the spotlights this month as we honor one of the magnificent gifts that God has given to us. Where you can take everything else that you do all week and just say, put that on the shelf, and the sun goes down, and you get to be, and you get to restore your soul. So I hope if you've lost a little bit of the magic of the Sabbath, you can get it back as we do this. This is Spotlight, and I'm Pastor Dan. And thank you for being with us. God bless. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe, and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight. God bless you.